Hello, today I'm going to talk about the commutative property. If you take a look, the commutative property basically says that it doesn't matter what order you add in, or it doesn't matter what order you multiply in, that you're going to end up with the same answer no matter what. And so you know that if I give you the problem 2 plus 3, that equals 5, or if I switch it around, 3 plus 2, that still equals 5. So it allows me to change the order of things when I am adding or when I'm multiplying. The same thing. If you think about 4 times 7 is 28. 7 times 4, also 28. So it doesn't matter what order that we are adding in, okay, or multiplying in. So when I take a look, I want to write equivalent expressions. So that's like if I gave you something like this, and I asked you to write an equivalent expression using the commutative property. There's a couple of ways I can do that, but I can't do something that's going to change the value, okay? If you think about this, I would say that 3 and 4 you have to keep together because it's being multiplied. So I couldn't switch the 2 and the 3 because 3 times 4 would no longer be happening. So if I had done this isn't going to be equivalent because I no longer have the 3 and the 4 multiplied together. So I can't do that. What I can do is put the multiplication problem first. That would be the commutative property of addition. I could switch the 4 and the 3. That would be equivalent, switching, the commutative property of multiplication. Or I could, do both. And if you actually evaluate these, which means find the answer, this is 12 plus 2 is 14. 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 You can see that every single one of them have the same value. And that means that it's an equivalent expression. It means the same amount of stuff, so I'm allowed to do that. Okay, let's look at another example. Okay, let's say I had 4 times 3 minus 2 times 5. Now, we do not have a commutative property of subtraction, meaning that this part of the problem has to stay here, and this part of the problem has to stay here. I can't switch it around because it's subtraction. I'm not allowed to move stuff around with subtraction, okay? So 4 times 3 is 12, and 2 times 5 is 10. So my expression comes out to 2. So when I'm writing equivalent ones, I want to make sure that I get an expression that has the same value. So 4 times 3, we can switch around to 3 times 4. 2 times 5, you can switch around to 5 times 2. That would be one example. And again, I can't put this in front because of the subtraction sign. Now, if it was an addition sign, I totally could flip the products to the different sides, but I can't with subtraction. That works a little bit differently, okay? That's just a brief overview of the commutative property, and we'll talk about more how to write equivalent expressions in a later video, okay? Have a great day.